boy, oh boy. Good evening, everybody. The cowboy drifting out one day. Do 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 do. Locked out to do 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 Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-ay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Thursday night on the Rancho today. I'm glad to see you. We can party some of the night away. La da da do 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 do. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-ay. How you doing, everybody? Liz and Charlotte, Ronnie and Shimei, Carla and friends, my pal Jody, everybody. Welcome aboard, Angus. Thank you so much for your kindness, honey. Think back on all the crap I learned in high school. On the wall. Love Simon and Garfunkel, but that's a good way to get a copyright strike. Them and the Eagles. We're sitting around the campfire, it's a Thursday night. Ain't nothing been doing, we ain't got a fright. We ain't gone to the graveyard, and we ain't goofing around. We ain't having no hamburgers to pass around. But we'll hang out and have some fun. Bullshit until the night is done. 'Cause that's what we do on this channel, is just while the night away. And the calling of his voice, when two or more together, good is there is love. There is love. For then what's to be the reason for becoming man and wife, if it's not to be dead? Man, I just got a million of them, don't I? All I got to do is learn just words to one complete song. How you doing, everybody? Welcome aboard on a Thursday night. Camp goer, how are you? We're just chilling out a little bit tonight. Thank you, honey. You would think that it was hot here on the Rancho today, but quite the contrary. Like a lot of the country, it is very, very chilly right now. Cyanide, how you doing? Everybody get their gasoline, gas pipeline. Man, oh, that was your wedding song? Yeah, I love that song. You know what I found in life, ladies and gentlemen? What's up, Nomadic? How you doing? Good to see you. And Dars, Craig, good to see you. You know what I found? At the simplest songs. I mean, you take a song like Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, which I think even a monkey could tap out on the piano. What did he use, like 5 or 6 notes, and the whole thing is just so elegant in its simplicity. That's the way I feel about a lot of Peter, Paul, and Mary and a lot of the folk songs. They're just so basic, but in that basicness is their beauty. It was 102 there today. Wow, 102 degrees. What's up, Joni? How you doing? I was listening into your hangout while I was getting some paperwork moved from point A to point B today. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Penny Pincher, John Jacobs, Elmer, how are you? Hello, Ricardo. Very handsome Ricardo has arrived. What's going on with you, Ricardo? I hope that you are well. I mean, is 102 degrees where you are? You must be down in the desert or something like that down there. It's the only thing I can think of because it's just I can't say it was cold. It just got to the low 70s. It seemed like today. It didn't seem like suitable for laying in. You can see I've got I got the makings of good tan. I don't want to burn up when I go to Mexico. Hello, E-Will. How are you? What's going on? How you doing tonight? And we can welcome back once again Cyanide Cupcake and the great NNC. So a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I know we're going to buffer, just refresh your connection. Just refresh. Take your keyboard, just hit F8. You'll be all right. Yeah, thank you, Beach Blanket. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm getting excited. I'm trying to get some stuff around here. I just put the capper on a big project today. I'm not ready to quite talk about that yet today because there's many a slip between the cup and the lip, and I'm just going to hold fire on that. But were you guys excited today that if you're vaccinated, you can drop the mask now? Wow. I mean, how about that? It took a long time. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I'm pretty wired up. I'm kind of excited. I did a little work on the van today. I'm still trying to dispatch that tree out back, that big tree limb that came down. Oh, you ate it yeah. If Rosie, if ate it already, yeah. I don't know. Kind of looking forward to the road. There might be a few surprises on the road too. I don't know. I've had a few people asking me who's gone along on the Mexico adventure. Right now, I don't know. That's up to Kev to get together down in LA. Who's going to be going down, and I hope we can just pop up to Rosarito too and just look around there. That'll knock off two places off the list in Mexico that I've always been curious about. Oh, thank you, Cyanide. You too, honey. How long that vaccine is good for? The vaccine is good till a variant comes along. Okay. My expectation is that with the COVID-19, the initial round of vaccinations, I think something on the order of 1 billion vaccines have been given. That's what, 13% of the world's population or something like that. So we get a long way to go. I'm going to be wearing a mask outside. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? I'm just used to it. It's been a year. It's been 14 months that we've been wearing a mask, and I can still remember back to those early days in March, and especially in May when I went back. And May was pretty much shut down in Vegas. May 11th was when I did that big series on Las Vegas and pandemic lockdown, which a lot of people enjoyed, marking the real low point of Vegas. Because let's face it, you had enough sense not to go there, and I did. And my biggest hey Moonchild, my biggest takeaway, hey Catherine, my biggest takeaway from that was it was extremely hard to get something to eat. Yeah, down there, and we were really suffering. But then I went back in June, I think, like mid-June, mid to late June, and it was very interesting at that point because a lot of people were resistant to wearing masks in Las Vegas at that particular time. And I remember I almost felt, I shouldn't have, but I almost felt foolish wearing a mask around there. Well, we know what happened subsequent to that on there, but now I'm going to feel weird not wearing a mask now. Yeah, drop your mask, exactly. I'm going to keep wearing my mask. The beautiful Barbara Ray. How you doing, Barbara? I enjoy listening to you when you're on panels. You have a lovely voice, and I love your accent. How you doing, Brian? I'm going to continue pretty much having the mask. You'll see it here in my travels and stuff. And I don't know, it's going to take a while for me. Um, I don't want somebody to yell at me, Don, why don't you have a mask on or something? It's easier just to have the damn mask now, in my opinion. But it seems like we're moving in the right direction, which is exciting to me. I hope the gas situation calms down for you guys. It's almost over and I'll never voluntarily wear one again. Well, Tweety, Twisty, Miss D, we never really know what the future holds. We've been in this same exact position 1 year ago where we had numbers strongly trending down, and then September, I guess, stuff just ramped up dramatically. So I don't know which way things are. We don't know. A lot of us are counting on the vaccine to be very effective for quite a while, but I'm expecting that there's going to be the need for a booster shot too. I don't think it hurts to wear a mask. I just don't think a lot of places are going to allow you to go into the store if you don't have them. They're not going to sit there and vet people. Oh, do you have your vaccine passport or not? Okay, here you can come. They're not going to do that. They're going to continue to have that requirement that you need to have a mask to enter. And any place that people come together like that, like our local 7-Eleven half a block up the street here, there's hundreds of people that pass through there. I can already sense that the need for social distancing is breaking down. People are crowding behind each other now and all that. So we shall see. Yeah, we just don't know. This is the time when traditionally things tamp down in this country. So I'm going to wait and see. We got to keep an eye on India. That's a real breeding ground of variants right now, and also a lot of South America. It's the winter time down there, so it's our summertime coming up. They might force me, I'll be compliant. I think everybody wants this over, Twisty. I think everybody wants this pandemic over. But it's still not bad to exercise a little bit of caution out there. I wear a mask, but I don't wear gloves anymore. Massachusetts is keeping the requirement. Hey, how you doing, Ninth Element? Good to see you, sweetie. Thank you. I know you probably have answered it, but are the receivers behind you for sale? I rarely sell a receiver unless somebody contacts me and says, oh, you have that, you have a, Marantz, and my dad's Marantz was destroyed in a fire, and we would like to be able to, for his 75th birthday or whatever, to be able to present him with a Marantz again. In those kind of cases, I've sold things on sentimental value only, so I'm really I'm down to the core of what I want to keep here, so. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I don't think I always dress so lovely. You can poll my moderators on that. They've seen the best and the worst of Rosie fashion. I think I dress best in the tiniest bikini. That's when I feel most happy. So Camper says, I had the virus last June 30. Will be entering to see if I still... Oh, you'll have your antibodies for a while, for sure. Off the Wrench, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated if you are coming in. I don't know if you like it. I'm trying to give a little bit of warning. I've had people say, oh, Rosie, we don't get the notifications. God, I had 6 or 7 people in the last 3 days. I'm not getting the notifications, and I decided to just try to give like a 5-minute heads up, because I noticed when you pre-schedule a chat, it seems like more people get the notification. Don't ask me why. It seems like when you go live and just boom, hit the hit the broadcast button, some portion of people just don't get the notification. And I always hear about it the next day. This Halloween, the kids are not wearing masks. Hey, Sharon, I got your message. I'm going to the P.O. box tomorrow, sweetie. Um, I don't know. Halloween just seems like miles away right now, so I can't really think about what's going to be going on. And Halloween 2020 was no Halloween 2020. It was a blowout. I mean, we had, um, asked by the city and the city of Santa Rosa and the county of Sonoma, don't put up lights. Don't do anything to encourage people to think that trick or treating should be undertaken. Sometimes I get notifications. Yeah, I would like to style you if you would let me. The sweatpants have got to go. Well, I've been wearing jeans more. We're warming up a little more, but there's no doubt that sliding my hiney into a nice pair of fuzzy worn sweatpants is one of the joys of this gal's life, from about December through April. Okay, I got the fireplace on tonight because it's chilly here. Brian says, I had a Marantz growing up. I had a set of Utah speakers hooked up to it, and you had a really good setup there. So, yeah, I'm gonna go up there. Yeah, I wish a lot of these ladies would step up and fashion out the Rosie Girl. But I'm afraid they'd start with my bikinis and stuff, and that's like in the burn pile, right? I will decorate, but I'll not be answering. Yeah, if I put a bowl out here, it lasts one visit, and the guy just turns the bowl over. It's usually a teenager or something. How you doing, Stephanie? Oh, okay. Yeah, you too. I think I get all of your notifications, so whatever you're doing is working. I don't, oh, you can get cute sweatpants. I know. I want to get some Nike and Adidas sweats when the season is right. Please retire the construction site sweats. It wouldn't be rosy. Hey, look, if I was a fashion bomb, right? If I was a fashion diva, what a world it would be, right? It just wouldn't be the same. I mean, you guys would literally feel uncomfortable out there, like, Rosie must have been visited by the invasion of the body snatchers there. Can you imagine an elegant Rosie? I mean, yesterday's kind of fun. I mean, I had the comments, as my dad would say, you're missing part of your dress or whatever. And Vicky, Victoria, that's not a dress, it's a shirt. Come on, Come on. Barbara Ray says it's chilly here in eastern Kentucky. There you go. So... Oh, how you doing, April and Lacey? Thank you. New here, found you via Kaz's channel. That's one of the best way to grow subs is to collaborate with people. That's a great way to, I know he picked up a ton of new subs, and I have some people that have come over too, and that's a nice way to do things. Let's see, idiot speeding only I got pulled over for many and then added 600 for being from North Vancouver. Yeah, 9 said the bikinis are fun, those sweatpants gotta go. I wear like a 12, 14, which will probably surprise you for that, but I'm kind of built like a Sherman tank, right? Do some shots. Skunk, how you doing? And the suspension was not custom. Well, yeah, never a dull moment. Now, no sales tax here. We're going shopping when we see. There we go. Ninth Element's got it all worked out. We're going to be doing some chooching and rolling around, and Ninth Element's going to show me the sights, and she's going to drag me by my ear and re-kid out the Rosie Girl there. Can you imagine that? Styling and profiling. So April and Lacey, welcome to you. I think that goat you saw last night was a hyena. It might have been. Thank you, Lulu. And Lulu, thank you for being such a great commenter on my videos. So many of you, Jody and Craig and Shimei. Just so many of you, on and on and on. I don't always get a chance. Sometimes I just fly through and heart the comments depending on how busy we are. I'm the apple of your eye, huh? We were the same size, and I'm not a Sherman. Sign. I mean, like the Rosie Girl's like a heavy duty suspension. You know what I mean? You're not gonna bust this suspension, right? You're not gonna do it. I mean, I got really a soul collector. I've got really strong bones, and I just love sweats. I love sweatpants, and they just make me feel good when I get up on a chilly morning in winter and I see a little bit of frost on the rooftop. I just feel so good when I pile into those sweats. Now, could I be more stylish? Yes, of course I could. So, you're not a Mack truck. Who was that beautiful lady in the garden yesterday? Was I don't know who the hell. Yeah, and Lieutenant Dan too. Thank you, Dan. Always an honor to see you, Lieutenant Dan, and there's Keith Gregory and Honey Badger, and we got the whole core of veterans, which I love. I just have so much love for our veterans. I just love the sweatpants, and I love a sweatshirt, right? And I got plenty of sweatshirts, and I love to wear them. It's not the season when you particularly care about showing your figure and things like that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being comfy, and I think that the older you get, the more you value just that cocooning, just feeling like the wind's blowing outside on a raw November day, and ooh, you're so nice and snuggly, and it's really nice. Camp Goer says I used to 12, but if I keep eating ice cream, I'll be my 7, 8 long. Oh, okay. Yoga pants do the same thing in cute flannels. Yeah, I hear you, Nine Talent. Well, you ladies know more about fashion than I do. As so many of my commenters say, there's a guy inside of you, Rosie. No matter what you do on the outside packaging, honey, you can take the guy out of the girl, but you can't take the girl out of the guy or something like that. I don't know. That's right, Sheila. How you doing tonight? Well, thank you, Lieutenant Dan. I appreciate that. That's right. I'm a brick privy house, exactly. So I'm looking forward to. I'm excited when I think about maybe meeting Charla in Ohio and maybe doing something with her in Ohio and Ninth Element cruising around Oregon, and it's always good when you go with somebody that knows the terrain and stuff. It makes it a lot more exciting. Yeah, Red Roadrunner, how you doing? Oh yeah, I'm great. And there's my princess, another wonderful commenter on the channel. Things are going pretty good. I haven't heard anything on the regarding the hassle that it's been eerily quiet on the hassle I'm having with this newly formed publishing company. They may have just decided I'm not good, I'm not a good piñata to hit around, because I've literally taken down, as I told you guys, about 5,000 videos, I think, off of my channel, because I'm just not going to hassle with shit one at a time. Copyright is just so bad now. It's just so ridiculous and so greedy. It used to be that you could use a 30-second clip in your presentations, which was great for audio people as we scan up the tuner when we're demonstrating how nicely a tuner works and things like that, and how clear the song's coming. Now they've got it less than 10 seconds, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it'll be cool. Barbara, I'd like to meet you in Kentucky. I'd like to meet Joni Portwood down there. I have a lot of friends. I got Jen in Kentucky down there. I would love to sip some bourbon. I love Kentucky. I haven't been in Kentucky in quite a few years, though, so 9 hours for me. I promise I won't make you camp. There you go. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Cyanide. Yeah, so I'd like to hang out. I love Sean. Pretend you're one of my paper dolls I used to play with when I was young. They wanted to make a blow-up doll of me in China 3 years ago. Missy Jen and I had to laugh about that. They wanted to make anatomically anatomically correct blow-up doll of Rosie for a very segmented part of the market. Let's see. I'd love to meet you in Wheeling. That would be awesome. Wheeling or maybe Cambridge. I'll meet anybody. Thank you, Triggered Unicorn. Nice to see you. So I want to make that happen. I've proven time and time again, and I've been really lucky that I've only been trolled about 2 times on Meetup. Sometimes I've driven 150 miles to meet people, and it's almost always worked out for me. Now in those days though, I used to travel, I'd come to Detroit and then I had a couple people I wanted to meet outside of Detroit. But I thought, if I've already come 1,900 miles, so I ask you guys to close the gap and come to the city where I am or whatever. On there, we got Roger Brown in here. You could choose Choo Cemetery at the old Kentucky home, right? Will the hearts burn bright in my old Kentucky home? I'll be singing at the Kentucky Derby next year, right? Well, we got the Preakness, I think, coming up this weekend, right? The middle jewel of the Triple Crown. I will not cower in the dust, Maryland, my Maryland. Remember Howard's sacred trust, Maryland, my Maryland. Thy despot's heel is on thy shore. That was the most anti-union song in the history of any state. Anyway, I'm here in Phoenix. So I would definitely holler at you, camp goer. I'd like to definitely meet you. You seem like an incredibly intriguing person to me. You seem very plugged into the nomad and the travel community. So Red Lobster delivers through DoorDash. Yeah, why can't I see Roger Brown? Did Roger Brown get blocked on my chat? I don't see anything. That's really weird. Oh, there's Roger Brown. Oh, Roger Brown, I hope you're doing good. Sorry about that. I missed you. I like Roger Brown a lot. I think he's a very intriguing person. Yeah, so if we can meet, that's fantastic. I love that. Hang out, at least spend a few hours together, get to know each other. Because I noticed, except for the rare case of who shall not be named, and contrary to some belief, I don't have a problem with D-Dubs. We've just gone our separate paths and he's doing his thing. I'm going to see if we can get open some communications with him again. But apart from who, most of the relationships that people that I've met have tended to really sustain. Some people have dropped by the wayside. I remember Francis used to be on here, Francis McGinnis. Francis, I think, started to move away from trying to become a trans sister a couple of years ago, but still around. Debbie Lynn's, etc. etc. So, me and my sister, okay. Wick, what does it matter to you what I am? It's not like we're dating, is it? Am I traveling this weekend? That really very much depends on, I might have to, now this will be my own doing, I might have to cover for somebody working tomorrow on a regular punch the clock and a regular be on the clock at a, not as a contract worker, but as a covering worker. So we shall see. She will sing of an album. Yeah, I'm going to the next Lollapalooza. Camo Dave talked about meeting me out there. If you want to go, you're welcome to come along. Yeah, just send me some information on that. I'd like to meet Jackie Blue. She's around the Arizona area too. I'd like to meet Cyanide Cupcake. I think Cyanide Cupcake will be more on the winter fiesta when I go to Florida and all that. Hey, Johnny West, I haven't seen you in a while. And then, hey, Street Life, and then up to the Northeast to meet Street Life and Chimay and quite a few people up in that area, and then roll back, meet some people in Chicago, and hang out there a while. Have a good time. So yeah, I've had this for a few years. Still stuffed myself into it. So I mean, I'm safe. I'm an ex-teacher, Grandma. I don't know. You may have used to be able to say grandmas were safe, but you know what the fastest rising segment of one of the fastest rising segments of murder is amongst the elderly now. I think maybe something to the pandemic. It's bad enough I've had to be with you for 50 years, but today's the day it all comes to an end. Like something out of whatever happened to Baby Jane. Oops, that wheelchair went down the steps and just went crazy. Who now knows? You look like you're going to a custody hearing in Florida. Really? Is this what they wear in there? There was some chick that was kicked out of an amusement park for having, now they disputed, the other side disputes it because she had short shorts, and I'm thinking to myself, really, I'm just pinned together here. Oh my God, that's all I need. That'll be a viral video, right? When you come to the Pacific Northwest with the Boston Genetic, I don't know. It's going to have to be after jury duty. I can tell you that. So I'm thinking maybe it's got to be after the 14th. I have something coming up here, so it's going to have to be in mid-June. I think if we're going to be able to do that. They did get their carpet put down, and it looks beautiful. Janet sent me pictures of it. So except for a little touch-up painting and things, I think their 3-month journey of making their home a dream home has done good. Nikki Blue Eyes, how you doing, beautiful? A lot of casinos in Vegas are removing masks if you're fully vaccinated. Did you know? But I mean, I don't know. Are they going to check it? Or is it the honor system? I've been through the whole mill more than anybody that down in Las Vegas, even the locals that were down there. Last May, the locals weren't traveling to casinos. They weren't out scratching to get something to eat. They were sitting home in the safety and comfort of their home, drawing their enhanced unemployment checks, which is great. But I can tell you this, I've been through, nothing's open except essential restaurants. I've been through that false opening in June when Vegas is opening up back up again, and there was that initial burst of enthusiasm on the streets, which quickly waned away, and then the bars had to close again, and then it was carry out only, right? You couldn't eat in, you couldn't even eat out. And then we went to 25% capacity. Then they cut that off. And we were outside again. And then they went to 50%. And finally, last I was down, there was like 50% capacity. So I've seen it all. I used to talk about don't go to Vegas if you don't like a degraded travel experience, because you're not going to be able to find anything good to eat. The 7-Eleven was horrendous. Right, I'm still everywhere. You got to get the coffee cup from the counter, and then blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about the honor system, all that. Hey Betty, Rosie, yesterday eat good pasta. Yeah, I think it was a little overpriced. I thought about that dinner. They should have put bread in there, and they didn't. I told you because of restricting carbs, but it should have automatically been in the bag. So. I'm gonna put it out there. Yeah, I was a little ripped off. I didn't think the little bit of sausage that I had You know, just I don't know. It was like a lunch. That should have been a 9.95 dish. It's going to be an extra excuse for people not to wear masks. I think I'm going to wear a mask. Oh no, Nikki, snuck off and get that shot, huh? I mean, I carry. They're going to be having that uh, app where you can enter your information into your smartphone or iPhone, and then it'll be in the travel database eventually, which will be good. They opened up a Dick's Last Resort restaurant down in Fremont. I'm not sure what that is, Ashley. Um, I'm not sure if they can ask us legally to see anything. I think they're just going to have to do it. I think California had the worst lockdown. Yeah, ours was terrible here. There was a lot of flip flop and opening, closing. There's a very strong rebound going on right now, um, and I kind of hope that it sustains. But I told you, a lot of people have been retrained now. What percentage of people will continue to use DoorDash and Postmates and Uber Eats, right? Or like High Watch has, you get delivered in, whatever's called fresh. They deliver the ingredients for a whole week of meals and then you put them together. I wonder how many people are going to have enjoyed having that. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but having that stuff delivered into the home, right? You just don't know. Okay, well, good luck, Jody. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can ask to see proof unless it's an agency or something like that. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? I'm not sure. Can you, Cheryl, what do you think? Can you ask somebody? I mean, I know you're Canadian, but I know you know about HIPAA, Health Privacy and Portability Act things. You think that I don't think hotels. I think you have to prove it like TSA and customs in places like that. I don't know. Hey, how you doing, Linda? Yeah, I was fully vaccinated February 19th. Yeah, so um, yeah, yeah. Thumbs up, appreciate it. Thank you, Soul. I appreciate that. I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know if you can ask for that information or not. I don't think random places can ask for that information. It's going to be interesting in Mexico because until May 21st, they're restricting entry into the United States from Mexico unless you work there, blah, blah, blah. There's no tourist visas. Cheryl said, nope, I don't believe it's mandatory to show anyone outside a federal agency, I believe. Yeah, the HIPAA laws and all that. I'll resend if you don't get it. Okay, I wonder what percentage of antibodies some has with this having, what percentage of antibodies some has with the, I'm not sure. Even a little starter set gets you going pretty good. As I've told you guys my opinion, and I always said from day one, do what you want to do. If you don't feel like the vaccine's right for you, understand there may be limitations on what you might be allowed to do or travel, things like that. I'm not the setter of the rules. I just say, but you know, people have made the choice. For my mind, immunology and virology are so far advanced since the 1930s now that I had total and complete faith in the science of what they were doing, regardless of what the speed was. It didn't matter. Speed wasn't important. If you get the right RNA and the right reactive nucleotides and things in there, it either works or it doesn't. And they test it, and it worked. DoorDash says, "Go get it yourself. You're not." Yeah, Betty Smith. I've never had. It's going to shock. I've never had DoorDash, Postmates, or Uber Eats. Okay. Last night was one of the few times I've ordered carry out and stuff. I just usually just eat crap on the fly or something, go through and get a couple burgers or something that, Yeah, you got to have that, Shimei. Some colleges and universities are going to require vaccinations, and they're private institutions. Some are public, and they're allowed to set their standards. But then again, college students are supposed to have um, the Hep B, the second dose of Hep B. They're supposed to have TB skin tests and all those. They're encouraged to have the Hep A and the hell's the other one? I know the code 65 for Hep A, but I'm trying to think of the other one. The HPV vaccine. I don't know if you will get your meal delivered. Yeah, I just haven't. I've never done it before. I don't even know the process. You're right. I just don't know. Hey James, how you? I just don't know the process. I just never tore into it. Now it's approaching 2 months since I've been in a grocery store. Yeah, except for the one down in Point Reyes Station. I'm just determined to just clear out stuff and just eat down on everything here. I live very rural, so no more delivery. Oh, okay, Red Road Runner. Wow. So yeah, a lot of people cyanide. I mean, I've just always fended for myself. I enjoyed eating at restaurants. People love the restaurant reviews on the road and things. And like I said, if you can live cheap on the road by skipping hotels, then you can really treat yourself better in a restaurant. I wonder how the vaccine, I think it's going to work well on kids. I don't think it's going to be a issue. Make sure to check your tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. Make sure that they're up to date. You should have a tetanus every 10 years. Yeah. Okay. Make sure you get that. I also got the pneumonia shot if you're older, and I also plan on getting the shingles vaccine too. I've always gotten every possible vaccine that I can ever get, and I've lived to tell about it. Of course, I grew up when there was no vaccine for measles, mumps, rubella, and polio vaccines were new, and we were still on oral and all that. Hey, Voodoo, how are you? How are you? How would you like the Rosie girl in that foxhole with you? Hmm? Hey Brian, how are you? My son has not been required. He's anti-vax. Soul Collector, they literally cannot force anybody to get vaccinated. What the hell happened to this thing? Did we slide off? Let's see if we can adjust that. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. People can't be forced to take. This ain't China. All right. Now China's having a baby bust. They were worried about lack of population and all. Check your insurance company. Well, I already know mine's not covered. I know it's not a cheap shot, but it's going to be worth it. Let's see. Sharon says Grubhub is expensive. However, if you were in because of an illness, you can't go out to it. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, Sharon. I don't know, yeah, I just remember beyond that cupcake, I remember going to a public library and having a sugar cube with a dot of polio stuff on it, and we'd line up hundreds of people in line. And I immediately swallowed that and then went over and just threw up in they had big wooden barrels, like wine barrels, that just heaved in. Hey, Amelia. Yeah, might come. The kids have to have. I think that's going to be the case, Amelia. How you doing tonight? So that was the days before there were a lot of vaccines, but it's a different world now. They can refuse to serve, like, are in no position or nor want to go down that road. I get kind of mixed signals about Vegas now. I was talking to somebody, wasn't Mr. Z, but somebody I know down in there, and they just said the mix of people is not it's not putting money in the till. In other words, not everybody, but a good percentage of the travelers are just doing an economy thing. I don't know. I mean, they doubled the prices when things opened up. I think in summertime they'll come down because of the intense heat. A lot of people don't want to be in Vegas. Melissa, how does DoorDash work out for you? Pretty good? I don't know. I've never had it. I've had absinthe on the sugar. I don't know. I've never had absinthe before. I don't like the color of it. That green is just it's too Halloweenish to me. Absinthe. I watched them make it. We did a tour of St. George Distillery where they make Hangar One vodka and Kettle One, and we saw them the absinthe making production. Betty said, for that CDC and now not having to wear masks indoors, does the CCD and president override the individual? I think it's always a matter of states have the right to. I don't think we have. I mean, if you could have done stuff on a uniform basis, we wouldn't have had mask free in Texas. We wouldn't have had the spring break melee last year, and in individual states' rights have the right, unless it's a national emergency, and then federal law prevails. But there was never any national emergency declared. So DoorDash, ooh, no, Amelia, $30 for a burger? Not today, not today, no. No, I've established my cutoff is for $12 on a burger. You guys know when I'm often on the road, it's $15 a day food budget. Okay, it's way out of bounds on that. Way out of bounds. John Carling, I had LSD on a sugar cube. Okay, how'd that work out for you? Yeah, I like black licorice and red licorice. Santa Rosa, something about a pig's head. Yeah, some assholes robbed. The hell did they robbed somebody and they stuck a severed pig's head on the pole out front. Typical gruesome Santa Rosa shit. I'll tell you, this place is like a this. Sometimes this place is like a little slice of hell. Okay, and they threw blood all over, and it was a mess. Well, the Santa Rosa police raided them last night and caught them. I do say they have a very good detective force here. They're pretty damn smart at solving crimes. The American Red gave me 400 more DD. Go, we worked 20. Yeah, thanks, Uncle Joe. Yeah, I've never been on a cruise. How you doing, Susan? You will say, do you watch any of the live streams from the Las Vegas trip, usually on weekend, Pompsy or Turn It? I check in on Pompsy once in a while, but he's done a lot of the stuff that I already know about. Like, I don't really, Circus is just a shithole. I mean, I don't really care about inside, and I don't really would just want to focus on Vegas, right? When I go to Vegas now, I've covered a lot of the different topics and things, and I can always come up with something new. But man, I just want to have fun and hang out down there and have something good to eat. Hey, Susan, I watched more of the Thailand, like the resorts in Thailand. They'll have the street things set up where the club girls are working and the guys are walking up and down. I kind of enjoy those things. But other than that, I don't really watch too much of the live cams. I'd rather just click on, if I'm working, like click on a Hangout or something like that, and just listen to that. Hey, Donnie, how are you? You working the club tonight, Donnie? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get to Biloxi. It's gonna be in the late fall. I'm gonna be over in Biloxi. I'm gonna concentrate in the west and northwest for the in California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, the Dakotas, Wyoming, etc. Let's just say a lot of west of the Rockies there. That's where I'm going to concentrate most of my summer travel. So, and then when come fall, it's going to be across, got stuff to do in Maryland, and then it's going to be north, and then it's going to be south, and then it's going to be back across the country. And then in the winter time, I want to make the early, um, like say after Thanksgiving or whatever, be gone for an extended period. I love my Cleveland Browns. Yeah, you got your shirt. Yeah, airline is scheduling 2 flights a day soon to Hawaii, $159 one way. They still haven't penned out. You're allowed to do inter-island travel. In other words, if you have relatives on the Big Island and you live in Oahu, you're now allowed to fly and visit, or Kauai, or Maui or Lanai. You're allowed now to fly between inter-island. But I've seen nothing. I think you can have a COVID negative test within 72 hours. I just don't want to go through that hassle, right? I just don't want to do that stuff. Hey, Emerald, how you doing? We're doing a boy. Yeah, we're going to do the Five Guys. We're going to get our shades on, Donnie, and yeah. I'm going to go up to Donnie's Thursday night disco, baby. Do 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 do, burn, baby, burn, disco inferno. Do 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 do, papa, do 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 do, ooh 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 ooh. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to meeting Donnie. I need some friends down on the Gulf Coast. I used to be friends with Wayne, RB Prepper Wayne, but he's pretty much fallen off the map these days. He really doesn't do much in the way of hangouts or things anymore. And I'm a little bit deficient in people in Florida. I got Pansy. I'm going to meet Pansy down there. That's going to be exciting. So it'll be cool. Probably meet Craig down there, Women Love Me channel, and a few other people down there. I'm not sure, Amelia, if gas prices are going to cut into my travel. At 30 miles to the gallon, I can kind of swing it. I'm pretty happy with my vehicle right now. It's looking pretty smart right now, and I'm happy about that. So, and I've also outfitted it for much more comfort. Like as I go down the Pacific Coast Highway, and all of that, I'm not going to have to boondocking. It's going to be comfortable. I get myself cleaned up in the morning, get myself presentable, get the day going, and I just smile and wave at the hotels as I go by. Morning. There's $100 in my pocket. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think she'd like that. I mean, I think they just like where they were down in Panama City down there. I mean, people I like the whole area of Miscagula and Mobile and all that area. But I'm also the person who likes upland Alabama. I like the rural areas in Mississippi and places like that too. So I don't know. I think the gas prices will start to come down. They'll come down a little bit. But I love that area of down from the Panhandle. Got that weird experience around, the hell was that, Chieftain, Florida. Go look at that on a map. Man, it was like riding. Somebody told me when you go from Palm Harbor to Tallahassee, don't go up the big interstate. Go on this route that's a little more western by the turn where Florida curves there. And it was like stepping like something out of Deliverance. Do, rolled into Chieftain. There's people playing checkers on barrels at general stores, like what the screen doors banging. It's just it wasn't bad, But the guys were kind of oogling and kind of creeping me out a little bit in there. So you got to save that money, Susan. Exactly. Tupac, how you doing, man? I'd like to hang with Tupac. What a serious party animal up there in Canada. I'd love to sit there next to Tupac and just kick ass on one of his streams. He reaches up behind, gets some music going. How you doing, Pac? I'm doing good. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you're all fully recovered. Uh, yeah, Cheryl's like, I look out the window of the hotel and I just wave. What is that, Rosie? Yeah, it's a little chilly in here. It's a little chilly in there. Yeah, so it's great to see Tupac. I enjoy him a lot. It's gonna happen, Tupac. And you guys make sure to sub up to Tupac. Tupac is not, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I find him. I don't think there's a mean bone in Tupac's body. I think he's got some entertainment chops. But he can bring the heater when he needs to, and I think that's the thing I like about Tupac. It's very unpredictable what the hell he's going to be talking about on the stream. Sometimes he's roasting somebody, and other times he's pretty mellow down there. Hey, Monkey Boy. Yeah, the border's still closed while Cheryl's enjoying her comp breakfast. For me, if I can get to a 7-Eleven in the morning, unless, like I said, if I save money and it's like I'm down in Encinitas and I want to go to the Honey Bakery, I can sit there and for $9.99 and $2.99 for a cup. I can have a hell of a nice breakfast there and enjoy that, or I can go to the 7-Eleven and get a couple donuts and a cup of coffee. I mean, either way, I'm happy. It's definitely going to be many more food reviews on the road and things like that coming up. It's going to be very interesting to see how Ensenada works out in Rosarito. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not going down for cinematic stuff, but just more adventuring. And although I'm sure I'll put something together. Pac, if I'm around tomorrow, I might have to cover for somebody that in a regular hospital situation tomorrow. And kind of probably not going to be around tomorrow morning, but man, that would be great. Yeah, I think I'm definitely, I love Canada, right? I want to go back to Toronto. I want to go back to Montreal. I want to see Prince Edward Island. I want to see Newfoundland, New Brunswick. I want to go out to see some friends of mine up in Calgary, and I'd love to see Winnipeg, and just Canada's just loaded with good stuff. I'm great people. I've been in Canada, I've driven in Canada, and it's always worked out great for me. But they got to straighten out that cell phone crap. Rogers Communication. I hope they get that squared away. I can go into Mexico, $15, have a SIM card. 15, $20, have 3 days of unlimited data with better quality than I get around here, right? But for some reason, Canada just is really, they don't even let you buy. I was willing to pay a good chunk of, go to Canadian Tire and get this and get it. What a pain in the ass. I don't know I could never figure out. Yeah, Montreal is beautiful, man. If you're near Montreal, it is on. I think, Pac, when I'm up there in the Northeast, I'm going to try to get up there and see street life and then proceed forward across the border. Man, I would love to go back. I'd love to go back to Montreal in the fall. There's nothing like it. I'm sorry. Food town. Beautiful city. You got McGill, you got St. Joseph Oratory, you got the beautiful downtown. I mean, it's fantastic. Who's skin? I got flaws. I definitely got flaws. Oh, Jody is sick. Got to go. Did Jody leave? I'm sorry, Jody. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I don't have a lot of interest to go to Alaska except to really blow you guys away sometime in January to hop a flight to Fairbanks or something like that and just open up with a morning chooch from Fairbanks and everybody, what the hell? Something, check out Fairbanks and then just get the hell out of there. I think that that would be pretty wild. Uh, I'm sorry, Jody. You okay, Jody? Yeah, you're awesome, Pac. I like you a lot. I like your style. It's definitely gonna. Oh, different Jody. Okay, it's definitely gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. Uh, I don't know if it's foreskin friendly, Timmy. I don't know, but I do know that I never had a bad experience in Canada, whether it's in the Vancouver area, the Toronto, or the Montreal area. I'd like to go to Quebec City too. I just want to. I want to be a foodie there, right? I want to make that the time when I go to Montreal and Quebec. It's all about the food, all about the ethnic foods and the French food experience. I would love that. You're lucky, Pac. It's a great area. Yeah, I've been to Fairbanks. Yeah, north to Alaska. I know Solomon's Island, Gibson Island, the Patuxent River. I've been all over that place, brother. I know Solomon's Island like the back of my hand down there. Okay, there's not much I don't know about the Chesapeake Bay. Yep, Canada is beautiful. It is. No walk in the woods to look for bear. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. And speaking of that, last night, guys, I got to apologize. I did put something on my community post. Just when you want your signal to be good. I got you guys all excited last night. I'm rolling up the hill up Shanate Road, and I get to the old hospital and the asylum for the criminally insane and the tuberculosis sanitarium, and I've got zero signal. I tried mightily to restart the phone, to stand on top of the hood, to try to catch any kind of signal. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get it gone, but I did notice darkness was descending, and I thought, well, I've already been live for almost, I don't know, 2.5 hours. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a recorded video up here. And I came around that corner and I saw those headlights on that security car. And I thought, just like the last time, we're going to have a real negative encounter here. And the guy already nailed me, right? Can't turn around and go. So I put it in gear. That's the way I am. If I think I'm going to have a street confrontation, I advance into it. I don't run away. I figure, well, it's throwdown time. Let's go. Come on, let's get to it. It's throwdown time. It's just my nature to go in hard offensively on that kind of situation. And the guy was real cool, which I didn't expect that. That's why the title was called that. And I got a real good thing. I'm going to go back there another night with a flashlight and maybe the same night, like a Wednesday night when that guy's probably working. And be a lot more fun. Yeah, I would say I did put something up on my community post just so people wouldn't be worried. Hey, Kim, but you know what? The guy freaked me out with that mountain lion stuff. Like, yeah, I went across the road. We're responsible for patrolling that area, where the cemetery is and all the rest of the weird buildings and stuff. And yeah, I saw those big eyes flashing in the night. I'm like, oh, God. So I continue walking on. And I'm thinking I can go around the whole building and there's a damn fence. And then I look to my right and there's some weird looking animal up there. And suddenly I felt kind of comforted that I'm a little lower on the food chain there, so I'm probably going to be Probably can do that. Yeah, Doris, you can learn from that throwdown time. No, the Ken and Karen weren't there. Um, it's just the way I am. If I think that something's going to come down, I push myself forward into it. I can never remember running away from anything. Yeah, sometimes I've looked down alleys. You guys, we were in Tijuana, and oh, this looks like a great alley of doom. Right, there's some people sitting against the. You can see them under in the dark and a little bit of light there. I thought, man, this be epic. This is like another badge you can wear on your chooching, you know, the international sash of fine chooching. Tijuana back alleys, right? Oakland back alleys, Vegas back alleys, right? Riots. And I know it went back and people started freaking out, so I turned away from that. But if I head down that alley, remember what happened last time in Vegas? Me and Mr. Z, we're going down that alley, and all of a sudden we're in deep. We're in deep. There's people hooting and hollering and figures crossing in other alleys there. And we're in deep, man. Because if you turn around and they perceive that weakness, they're going to be on you like crazy. So it's just keep bulling ahead. That's all you can do. Time to exchange your American money, Canadian Tire, and Tim Hortons. You know, I still got some Tim Hortons gift cards. I still got Tim Hortons coffee here, so. So anyway, I'm sorry guys, last night that stuff came down with, I so wanted to do it, but I was still able to pull a pretty cool video out of that and make lemonade out of lemon. I've seen the video of the nut house in your neck of the woods. There's a few of them out here. There's a few of them out here for sure. Yeah, there's a few, there's a few weird places. What's bad about that? What's bad about that place is they let that degrade so bad. You know, they could have, you know, spent the whatever millions for asbestos abatement, aired out for a year or whatever, and then converted into some type of, as Craig said, some type of senior housing or something like that. But instead, it's going to be a waste. It's going to be a waste. But at least I did post on the community post as fast as I could what came down last night, so you guys wouldn't worry. I always worry if I drop out on a chooch or something that. But if everything's all right, I'll always let you know. So I'm gonna get still got my SIM card. I got to remember to take that with me to Mexico. I got to remember what the hell my phone number was. I was supposed to hold on to the piece of paper. God knows where the hell that was. Tim Hortons coffee sucks. I don't know. How you doing, McDave? I quite enjoy Tim Hortons coffee. But I found out Tim Hortons' secret. Why in the hell, you know, I'm in Toronto, you know, I'm doing video, the Tim Hortons experience, you know, I don't know, a couple thousand people have seen it, you know, it's been pretty popular. Man, it's like being in heaven. And Elvis is complaining, yeah, Rosie's always at the Tim Hortons. Yeah, when it tastes that great, yeah. I go to Detroit, back over, and just a totally different experience. And I think I finally hit the key to it. And the key I discovered is this: Tim Hortons in Canada uses, I believe, 100% heavy cream in their coffee. And I think down in the United States they use half and half. Now you may not think that makes a big difference, but you're not going to find full-on cream in the U.S. at places like 7-Eleven on the counters. You're going to find half and half, and I think that's a good way to So you think, imagine all the souls chained and shackled in the asylum. Well, it's just, I could say the same thing about um, the criminally insane had to be put somewhere. And were they brutally treated? Probably not as bad in this county as um, may have been in other places. There's always been a certain degree of compassion out here in California. No doubt money's tight during the Depression and stuff like that, but still, it came down harder on Native Americans, Asians, blacks, people like that. The criminally insane, I never really heard too much in the way of horror stories about the treatment. I heard bigger horror stories at the sanitarium for tuberculosis, and places like that, because the asylum for the criminally insane was usually under pretty good control. Yeah. Doris said, "You're so right. I hate cream." Oh, the Cecil Hotel is reopened now. Yeah, it's been stay on Main for about a year. Will I stay there? Here we go again. I know when I go to LA. Hey, Rosie, you gonna stay at the Cecil? We'll pop you a night at the Cecil. No worries. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Boom, 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 boom. If I stay at the Cecil, stay on Main. Couple things. The area is really the worst of the worst. There, you can talk about Skid Row, you can talk about Compton. I never had the intense feeling of evilness, risk that I did on those streets down on Main Street there in LA. That's number one. Do you even want to stay there? I mean, the rap population is just phenomenal. Number two, if I stay there, I'm going to be exploring so much of that place, right? Creeping around, getting access to kitchens and all that kind of crap. Are you brave enough? I don't know. I remember getting in the car last time that I felt damn glad that I was getting away from that place. I felt like it's just bad news, like it's a conglomeration of evil spirits there. McDave says, I know you appreciate the security guard being cool, but I think likewise the guy appreciated the kindness of, yeah, I mean, he gets bored out there. There's nothing to do. There's nobody around, the security guard from last night. And I always found when I'm chooching and hit a potential wall or something like that, I call security a wall sometimes, or a person on the street, inevitably, if you just tell people what you're doing in advance, then they have a chance to say, hey, don't film me or whatever. But this guy, hey, walk around, don't go up that road, there's a big hole there, and I don't got a flashlight. Okay, I should know better. I always should have one in the van. But yeah, it just shows you how different the security experience can be. Just like the police experience can be different, right? You can get a good cop, or you can get a cop, hey, that's a tranny, man. Let's have a little bit of fun tonight. Yeah, step out of the car, mister, miss, whatever. Or you can have a cop that's chill. You can have a security guard like we ran into last time with the Karen up there, coming out, recording your license, taking a picture, and even though you're allowed to visit the cemetery over there, right? Or, you could tell as I was approaching that car last night that okay, here we go again, but I'm going to put my head right in the lion's mouth and just hit it head on, and just told the guy, and he was totally chill with it. I didn't see that coming, right? Yeah, the only way I'd stay at the Cecil, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Cheryl's always so blah, blah, blah about stuff. But Cheryl, you don't have that feeling of the streets, honey. You don't have that feeling of MacArthur Park and The Rats Gone Wild, and Skid Row at nighttime, and Fashion District at night, and uh, the Tenderloin in San Francisco on a hot summer day. It's just, or Vegas, the back alleys. It's tingly, right? Yeah, thumbs up, appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah, not on my watch. There we go. Ninth Element. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Boom, 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 boom. So it's just, I like to put myself in those situations just as a test, as I told you guys last year. Some people like to climb mountains. Some people like to go up into hot air balloons. Some people like skiing black diamond, triple diamond, black diamond, ski slopes. Other people like to swim across San Francisco Bay from one side of the bay to the other, knowing full well that there's great white sharks and currents, it's just tremendous currents that sweep them out to sea. There's people that go surfing at Stinson Beach, knowing there's great white sharks in huge numbers off of there. Right? There's people that put a parachute on like Monkey Boy and actually jump out of a plane. No. Okay. No. Not where I would get my thrill. My thrill is doing what I do on hood chooching. Cops get weak when boobs are involved. Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but things are a lot better than they used to be. Exploring with Josh, explored to Cecil, but he had to go through a lot of ropes to get that thing done. Hey, Kelly, just came to give a like. Thank you, Kelly. Very sweet of you. I'm going to try to get better at contacting places and seeing about behind the scenes. What do you tell them? I got a YouTube channel. I don't really think that you have any significance till you have about 100,000 subs. Otherwise, I just think that you're kind of a distraction in life. A TikToker named Pete does 8-hour streams across from the sea, so we will be stopping because the front building will be housing homeless community. So let me see if I got this right. The Cecil has 3 blocks, right? Something crazy like 720 rooms. What you're telling me is that first block is going to be the homeless block, right? So when people want to go to blocks number 2 and 3, the hotel, they're going to have to traverse through the homeless building. Let's let that hang in the air a minute. Let's let that tenderize, marinate. Let's just think about that a minute. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to predict within the first month of the reopening that there will be stabbings and likely a murder down there. Let me just tell you that. Hey Badlin, everyone watching on TV. Rosie, your very first video made me sad. I'm glad you're much happier. Which video was that? All the way back? My first videos have been taken down. My first video, I have a white lace bra on and a blue satin thing and a thong. And at the end of that, just get up in my chair, turn, bend over my butt there with a thong. And you know what? YouTube never cared about that. All right. But times changed, never got strikes. There's so many, you wouldn't believe how wild it was back then. Nobody cared. I wasn't sad in those videos. I was very happy. Ooh, Bubba. Hey, Jason, how are you? Cecil 720 room. I don't know, Elmer. There's other stories besides the Cecil. I've come to the conclusion that every town of appreciable size, meaning more than about 15, 20,000 people, has probably had something very gruesome happen in its history. It's just inevitable. I don't care if it's down south with hillbillies gone wild, guys up in the Pacific Northwest getting drunk with axes and possessed by the devil and chopping each other up. Or, we all know the weird shit that happens in California, right? Or Looney Tunes in the Midwest putting people under floorboards in their house, right? I mean, there's just, uh, or in, Florida, people getting sucked into the swamps and chewed up for alligator food. There's always something going on, you know? There's always something happening. So I think it's interesting to not get too fixated on one place. But I'm not going to be staying at the Oasis in Las Vegas. I've been offered $500 to stay there. I ain't going to do it. I'm not taking somebody's money. Right? Not going to do it. Thumbs up for appreciation. Thank you, Off the Ranch. Yes, Rodeo Rosie. I'm going to be riding that mechanical bull. Bikini bottom and this top. What do you think? That's what I'm saying. Portland. Weird stuff happens in Portland. Weird stuff happens in Seattle. Tons of weird shit happens in California. I mean, it's just the nature of human beings that things are going to pop. Gettysburg, yeah. I could say the same about Vicksburg, Shiloh, the Wilderness, Spotsylvania, Petersburg, Antietam in Maryland, and I could say a lot of Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville. I could just go on and on and on. Shiloh, and I mean, there's a lot of spirits are unleashed, right? The burning of Atlanta, right? Yep, I'm from the East Coast. Jugs bounce on the bull. Ooh. That's a good way to get yourself in a neck brace for a year. Go to Burnside Rosie in Portland. I like to go deep into history, though, a lot of times. I went pretty deep in Vegas with Circus, and yeah, I like to go deep. Weird things happen in the world. Imagine that. Yeah, any place you have people. Oh, you love that? I'm a Civil War aficionado, right? I mean, I grew up at the crossroads of the Civil War of Maryland, right? The bloodiest single day in the history of armed conflict in America at Antietam in Sharpsburg, Maryland, right? You had Gettysburg just north of the line, the cavalry raids and burning of Hagerstown, Maryland, and I mean, they were always crisscrossing. I love that history. Yeah. Ooh, bum 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 bum. Who was that guy? I can't remember what the hell his name was. It was a badass cavalry guy for the guy that Lee got real pissed at because he didn't show up to Gettysburg until late. What the hell was his Jeb Stuart? That was it. We used to do urban exploration. Cops came up on our truck and we were having lunch at Los Amigos, met the guns raised, saw my son and laughed, said, "Carry on." Wow. Woo. That'll do it to you. I mean, there's a lot of creepy stuff in LA, but there's a lot of stuff that tends to be very overhyped. But there's a lot of stories in LA because you know what makes LA great? You know what makes Los Angeles great for storytelling? you have, and I guess in a lot of ways it's a little more diffuse in New York City because you don't have a hyper concentration of them. But in LA, you have this very thin layer of very wealthy people. Not so much in money terms because, a place like the Bay Area would just blows LA away in terms of wealth and stuff like that. But you have what I call leveraged industries down there. What do I mean by that? I mean, a person can go down in the entertainment business and be a nobody, and a month later be a sensation. They can leverage themselves through movies, records, TV. So there's a few people that sit in very powerful positions down there. And they have extraordinary power over the entertainment industry, which even more than aerospace has been the backbone of LA, right? And where you get that power, you get people like Epstein, people like that. You get the casting couch. You get a people that are tremendous abusers of power. And out of that comes jealousy, hate, envy, regret. I mean, look at a movie like Sunset Boulevard, which is one of the 10 best movies ever made with Gloria Swanson and uh, William Holden and Eric von Stroheimer. What makes that really eerie is that people climb the mountain and then they slip from the mountain, or like whatever happened to Baby Jane, or weird movies like that. And they give you that psyche into a place like LA that you don't get that in like a Baltimore, right? Or a Detroit where motor cars are the backbone because it's the business world. It's not the entertainment world, right? It's not Hollywood. You don't have murders in the aerospace industry side of Canoga Park, and I mean you got murders, but the gruesome element is missing. But I've noticed in LA there's a really potent, in a lot of California, there's a really potent element of gruesomeness out here. And I think a lot of that, even movies like Barton Fink, which was based on the Cecil Hotel in the 1930s, they're all about a very small group of people over exercising power and taking advantage of people and creating some type of undercurrent of hate down there. And you can kind of feel that. It's pretty weird. Is aviation, I would say aviation, Howard Hughes and um, yeah, up into Oxnard and all the you've got SpaceX down there, McDonnell Douglas, Lockheed Martin, Grumman, Raytheon. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty damn strong still. I'd say it's pretty damn strong down there still. And it has been for a while. Remember Stephen Douglas of My Three Sons, right? Fred McMurray, he worked as an aerospace engineer, right? Lived in Canoga Park there. So Detroit has RoboCop, Eminem, and Les Gold. I'm not sure if we're going to have Kitchen Stadium this weekend. Sometimes I like to put stuff on hiatus. Um, and then bring it back. It stops losing its freshness, and then I feel like taking it on the road, like featuring people on the road that I visit, like Ninth Element's Kitchen Stadium on the road. Here we go, or here's Community Cause Kitchen, and it just kind of spice it up. So, yeah, thank you, Babylon. Yeah, LA used to be a nice place. You had Norman Desmond. We didn't need dialogue. We had faces. Yes. You used to be big. I'm still, only the pictures are smaller. I mean, there's just something that you can psychologically probe into the composition of that city that's now deteriorating, right? I mean, uh, Hollywood's lost its balls to come out with innovative product now. Okay, it's the rare piece that breaks out of the formulaic role of um, uh, space movies and weirdos in space and all that kind of stuff, right? Or adventure heroes and all that kind of stuff. I mean, uh, it's just unreal. I don't know. I'm in Delaware. When are you coming close? That's going to be in when I finish what I need to do in Baltimore. I'm going to immediately head over to the Eastern Shore, which will probably take me through Smyrna and Seaford, Georgetown, that area that I know so well over there, and uh, 414 to 13 down into Ocean City. So, soaking the hillbilly chop, wouldn't that be cool? So I'm saying Ninth Element. That's what I want to do is kind of feature people that. Besides myself on the road too. So this will not be a cooking trip coming up, by the way. The journey up through the north and west will be more of a cooking, but I don't want to run into any weird ass animals or anything like that. LA is a lot different. Um, I don't know. I could sit in this chair over here and think 3 hours about LA, and I still haven't collected a lot of random thoughts that I have about LA, right? I'm just, I don't know. It's living through Sunset Boulevard right now. Like things are getting kind of tinged, right? Nobody talks about the Beverly Hills Hotel. Nobody really talks about the Beverly Wilshire. Nobody talks about Rodeo Drive. I got friends of mine that are live streamers that are out there in the streets of LA. They're being torn up with sideshows every night and just mayhem, and I fear that if we slide into tough economic times, the situation could deteriorate very rapidly, especially in urban areas, right? I'm just feeling like those barriers against bad behavior are, it's like a levee that's being eaten underneath by water, right? And I just feel like those barriers, sensing from the street is much more dangerous. You'll notice I do much less street streaming now, right? Left LA because I didn't recognize it. Oh, well, thank you, Jason. You know that, huh? I have a very good memory, right? So what area around, Jason? I like Delaware a lot. I used to take the Cape Henlopen, Cape May ferry across to Delaware there. Good times. Still beautiful. Yeah, see, Robbins, California's not too bad. Traffic's okay, but I'm just saying, people people have a conception about LA like I did until I moved to California. Um, they have a conception of California that it's just, California is 1,300 miles long, right? It's the longest state. Alaska may be long. I don't know, but it's very long, right? But think about this: when you go outside of San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, right? Fresno, Modesto, maybe Santa Rosa to some extent, right? But then you got to go all the way down to like Bakersfield. Then you got LA, and then you got the megapolis to San Diego down there. But apart from that, this state is very rural, right? It's very dry in summer. It's very rural. There ain't nothing out there. It's just the concentration in cities that makes it tough. No, I was not. I went through, I wasn't here in an earthquake in the 90s. I was in Taiwan, though, on the top of the 82nd floor of a building. We had a pencil tied to the light over the desk on the conference table. And we just saw we just saw the pencil moving like a pendulum, right? That was a neat experience. You talk about it having trust in your Chinese construction methods, right? What's up, Alan Gold? I'm back in the 80s visiting the Pink Hotel, going to Chinese. I went to see all this Eddie Murphy. Yeah, the Camp Goer one, it's just like it's, I don't know, some kind of Iranian or Armenian group took over the Grauman's Chinese, and they put out these weird barriers you couldn't go through. There's people outside with hawking $5 stores. I mean, it's wrecked. It's wrecked. It's wrecked. Thank you, C. Robbins. It's just wrecked down there. Hey, Lucky Beans. Delaware crabs. No, Jason, you'll never beat Chesapeake Bay crabs from the Wye River. It ain't possible. Or the Miles River down in St. Michael's, or ain't gonna have Tangiers, Smith Island, Crisfield. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Always delivers. Yeah, I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get a soda here. Thanks, Alan. Alan, this is for you. Since Alan loves my body. Kiss my patootie. Yeah, so what you have now is you got a city of wannabes down there to a great extent. All right. Man, I'm done watching a hanging plant shaking around. Yeah, I've been in probably 6 or 7 earthquakes. I sat here somewhere weeks ago and felt that jolt 4.1 from Healdsburg. Yeah. So I want to have some surprise trips too, where I just pop up somewhere randomly one day and people are like, what the hell? Really? Rosie's in Budapest? Hmm? Rosie's in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia? Really? All right, guys, I'm spending the night in a yurt tonight. Pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't want to stay at the Clown Motel. I was more interested in Clown Motel. You know, I didn't find. I mean, the Tonopah graveyard's a little creepy, but I didn't find anything particularly creepy about the Clown Motel. I thought the Mitzpah was much more of a daunting prospect for being haunted. And I was haunted that night. Hi, Katie. How are you, sweetie? You gotta love a good yurt, huh? I mean, I want to go to weird places. Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Armenia, Georgia, you know, which some might call those shithole republics in Central Asia. Yeah, Rhodian Budapest. Bye, Elmer. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure about a tree house. I might roll out of bed or something. Uncle Alfred lives in Pasadena and says, you know, like everything there is earthquake around 4 a.m. It does seem to me that April is it always seems to me that April is always active when it comes to earthquake. Oh yeah, Yurt and Brockett. What is that? Brookings, Oregon. Yeah. RVing is fun. Yeah, I sleep pretty good. I don't know, Craig. I thought that bed was very sexy at the Mizpah. It got me kind of friskied up. You know, one of those old West beds there. So I wrapped that sheet around me and tried to kind of look like an old West hoe out of the Clint Eastwood movie or something. Yeah, I'm going northwest, Joni. Yep. Oh, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Thank you. Yep, I'm Coyote Ugly, man. I'm proud of it. Yeah, I just had a few pistachios I found in the closet. They expired in 2014. I'm assuming they're probably nuts never go bad, right? Ooh, I've been trying to get rid of food. Yeah, yeah, like Alan Gold. Alan Gold wants me so bad he can taste it. That's what his friend David from the news unit, he came over one day, sent me a note. You know who really likes you? Alan Gold. He can't stop talking about you. I said, we always says hateful stuff. Yeah, that's because he's got the mind of a kid, right? He's like that kid in 4th grade that's always poking on the girl. I don't like you, nah. And actually, he's crazy about it. Yeah. Timing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think people in my chat are kind of used to me eating old food. I hate to throw stuff out, so. Are rancid nuts bad for you? I don't know. I dance on the table, Kai. Yeah, that's cool. The nuts have they got a little bit of wang to them, Shimei. Just a little bit of a wang to them. Oh, that kind of hit the spot. I didn't have a lot to eat today, so that was nice. I guess what is it to Shimei? What did they say? Whatever doesn't kill us, what makes us stronger, right? Didn't somebody write a song about that? Who was that? Can't remember her name. The first winner on first or second winner on America's Got Talent, right? Do I think I'll drop in on Bergs? Probably not when the boss and Janet trip, because I'm afraid that Janet might run a shiv through Bergs or something up there, or the boss might actually, you know, accidentally have a scenario being a master electrician that somebody got electrocuted by accident. But when I travel myself, sure, I would not bypass Bergs. I think that Bergs would definitely meet me. I'm no threat to Bergs. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to drop a turd on his doorstep or throw a steak up there. I'm just going to let him know I'm coming up and Don't necessarily have to hang out with mom and dad, but we can definitely um, drive around a little bit and see some stuff and move on. Shizzle sticks, that's it. Old enough to get into malls. Wow. Even when the bag is sealed up. Uh, yeah, whatever it doesn't kill us gives us the shit. Yeah, yeah. Hook up to 20 volts on a Boeing. Hit that first note. Like out of Back to the Future, boom, when a guy blows backwards through the wall. Michael J. Fox when he takes the bang. I like that scene in Back to the Future when the band is on the stage. I guess they were kind of a soul band or pre-rock band, and the guy's on the phone. Hey, yeah, hey, Chuck, it's Marvin. Yeah, your cousin Marvin. Remember that sound you were looking for? He holds the phone up to the stage. Oh, well, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, sweetie. You're so awesome. Thank you, Rhonda. Those organs are high and important. No, we don't need a lot of animal organ. I don't mind tripe and stuff and dim sums and things like that. I learned long ago, don't ask what you're eating, just try it. 9 years old and hated pistachio, saw a worm in the other half. Ooh. In most circumstances, pistachios will last for 3 months. What? Thanks for the advance notice, Cheryl. I can't tell if my boobs are busted. You know, still hormones year after year, they just don't stop growing. You know, I think I'm busting out of this top here. Hey, how you doing, Boris? Yeah, I did a feature, and I'm so glad that you're all recovered, Boris, and back to your. I was a little worried there, cataract killers. I was a little worried there that we might not be able to reel in the Boris we all know and love, but let's just say you've hit that happy medium of the halfway point now. So I hope you're doing good. Love to really stop. Oh, you're always on at times that I'm not, like early morning and stuff like that. I did a feature video on one of my units there. I've just been too lazy to pop it back in. So hope you're doing good, Boris. You sure as hell look good, you know. So real good. I hope it's not Farmer John. Oh, thank you, Lucky Bean. I'm trying to get a little bit of sun so I don't burn up in Mexico. Farmer John hot dogs. God. Wow. I told you, I mean, I'm the kind of person that can sit there and put a theory together. Look, if they can go to the Arctic and find frozen food from 1911, right, or even the Franklin expedition from the 1850s or whatever, and open it up, oh, it's still good. I mean, I'm thinking, what the hell? It's been in the deep freeze here, you know? What the hell? Yeah, 2014 was a good year for nuts. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I don't know. I thought they were probably airtight, weren't they? I don't know. I don't know. I always say I'll cross that bridge before I get to it. It's probably how much vintage boom boxes go for. Yeah, Joni, I was look. That's what you were working on today. But Joni, I didn't understand what you were doing with that. It sounded like you had a frequency uh, a signal generator hooked up to your system, but you didn't explain exactly what you were doing with it. So I was kind of confused. Smoking is probably hands down worst thing for the human body. I think drinking is probably right up there. Um, I think the worst thing for the human body is bad genes, right? That's the worst thing. a bad genetic, bad hand of cards, right? Um, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I've already been on for over 2 hours here, so I'm going to go ahead and thank my moderators, Cheryl and Cyanide. I don't know if I saw Jen tonight. I saw Missy in early. Thank you all for tonight. I've got Jody here. Thank you, Jody. I didn't see our mascot Quirky Girl tonight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pack it out and wish you all a very good evening. I want to get a vintage Marantz and a set of clip speakers so I can make my neighbors happy. Boris, just send me your address. I got a baby Marantz if you're interested in it. Just cover the shipping. It's probably like $50. It's probably worth quite a bit. You're welcome to it. I just don't have space for it. It may take a while till you get it, but you're welcome to have it. So anyway, if you're interested in that, Boris, I sent one to Jeff T. Rowe, and of course he burned it up in his back yard. I sent one to Jack Sparrow, and our relationship went south. So I sent one to Debbie. I haven't seen Debbie. Areola, sent one to her. That one still stayed good. So I don't know. I don't have the best. I don't have the best success on that. But just drop me a Gmail and I can make it like new at gmail.com. And if you want a Marantz, you got a Marantz. All right, guys. Let's call it your get well present. Anyway, guys. No, just the shipping will be fine. Otherwise, it just sits around. I just don't have. I got 4 Marantzes. I just don't have space for one. Anyway, guys, thank you. Thank you so much, and have a wunderbar evening. And see, thumbs up are appreciated. And see you tomorrow.